The recent decision by the United States to halt all military aid to Ukraine has sent shockwaves through Europe, igniting a chorus of the concern and criticism from various leaders across the continent. The announcement, made without prior consultation with European allies, has left many feeling abandoned and anxious about the implications for regional security. Polish Foreign Ministry spokesman Paweł Wronski articulated the collective dismay, emphasizing that such a pivotal decision should have involved discussions with NATO allies and those directly supporting Ukraine. In a cabinet meeting in Warsaw, Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk underscored the unprecedented risks facing Europe, characterizing the current security climate as the most precarious in decades. His remarks reflect a profound awareness of the challenges that arise when a key ally like the United States shifts its stance. Tusk's commitment to enhancing Poland's defensive capabilities while striving to maintain strong ties with Washington illustrates the delicate balance European leaders must navigate in the face of uncertainty. French Prime Minister François Bayrou was equally forthright in his critique, suggesting that the U.S. decision signals a troubling abandonment of Ukraine, a nation under siege. He voiced concerns that this could be perceived as an acceptance or even a desire for a Russian victory. Bayrou's call for Europe to step up and fill the void left by the U.S. underscores a growing sentiment among European leaders that reliance on American support may no longer be tenable. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot echoed this sentiment, advocating for a shift away from dependency on U.S. weaponry, a stance that reflects a broader desire for European autonomy in defense matters. German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock added her voice to the conversation, stressing the critical need for additional military and financial support for Ukraine to ensure peace through strength. Her comments highlight a consensus among European leaders that, in the absence of American assistance, Europe must rally together to bolster Ukraine's defenses. This sentiment was mirrored by Czech Prime Minister Petr Fiala, who called for a fundamental reassessment of European policy, arguing for increased economic and military capacity to take full responsibility for regional security. Estonian Foreign Minister Margus Tsahkna articulated a clear call to action, insisting that Europe must enhance its military support for Ukraine to counterbalance the U.S. freeze on aid. His announcement of a 25% increase in Estonia's assistance to Ukraine this year exemplifies a proactive approach that other nations may need to adopt. Danish Defense Minister Troels Lund Poulsen also expressed concerns about Ukraine's dependence on U.S. aid, particularly for critical systems like the Patriot missiles, highlighting the urgency for Europe to step up its contributions. Meanwhile, Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orbán's spokesperson indicated a shared position with the U.S., suggesting a more complex dynamic within the European response to the situation. This divergence points to the varying perspectives among European nations regarding their roles and responsibilities in supporting Ukraine. The European Commission's reminder that the U.S. remains an ally, coupled with its lack of authority to comment on decisions made across the Atlantic, underscores the complex interplay of international relations. As Europe grapples with the implications of the U.S. withdrawal of support, the continent stands at a crossroads, faced with the imperative to unify and fortify its own defenses while navigating the intricacies of its relationship with America. The path forward will require not only increased military aid, but also a re-evaluation of Europe's strategic priorities in a rapidly changing global landscape. The decisions made in the coming weeks and months will undoubtedly shape the future of European security and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine.